Good morning, everybody. I wanted to make this video to help people to understand what is happening in the economy. I was just watching a video about the effects of what Joe Biden has been doing and how he's supposedly supposed to help out America. This year we are reaching, well, in the video, Biden has, it's called Biden reached debt ceiling agreement in principle. So that is the YouTube video that I just watched. I truly believe that we, since the last couple of years, you know, United States, we have been in trillions of dollars of debt. And that's because our government had a government shutdown. And then also the prices of everything has gone up because we had to go to war in Ukraine. And it's sad that we are still in war in other countries. But the biggest problem that I have seen is the fact that we're supposed to be the American country. We are supposed to be we are living in the land of the free. That's what a lot of immigrants come to the United States for. Is because they want freedom. But and everything that this country has founded on. So my thing is this: if we're going to have a president in our next election of 2024, we need to have a president who's going to be, he's going to make sure that prices of food go down. He needs to make sure that we are getting our resources, because people who are middle class families, they're not having enough resources to do the things that they need to do, which every president of the election had talked about, like, oh, we were going to cut down on our expenses, everything was going to get better. The prices of things have risen. Everybody knows this. Prices of gas have gone up, and inflation has, the cost of food and the cost of living has completely changed the United States. So, especially if you are, living below the poverty line. Now, and those people who are living above and whatnot, they're having to pay out more taxes. Social Security Administration should have done, they're supposed to be able to help out the American people. Politicians' job is to make sure that America can be great again. Just like President Donald Trump has stated, he wanted to make America great again. When Joe Biden got into office, he had clearly stated that he was going to help out a lot of the American people. But sadly, that did not happen in the year 2022 and 2023, because prices of food have gone up, prices of costs of housing and places that we are, trying to get into, cost of living has gone up. So that's why a lot of people are turning to doing other things, different businesses. People are turning to doing cryptocurrency. None of this should have taken place if they would have dealt with the debt in the United States, which they had sent, the troops, the military troops, to go out and to make sure that that everything was going to be safe in the United States, which sadly, all that has really changed, America. America, like I said, used to be the land of the free, but everything that we are dealing with is not free. Everything that we have to deal with in the United States is not free, and it hasn't ever been that free. But I have seen, and I look at different places, especially when you go to stores nowadays, the food source is changing. There's not enough food going around in the United States. It's like we're living below our means. Income is still below, and it's not getting much better. And so that's why I say somebody had commented that we need to impeach Joe Biden. I do agree. We do need to impeach Joe Biden. We need to get him out of office because he's too old. He's not doing anything good for this U.S. economy. He presents that he's going to help this U.S. economy, but it hasn't gotten any better. It's just unfortunate that this has happened. And places and things are just increasing. Our prices of everything has increased, so therefore that means we're going to still be in debt. So for everybody who's dealing with this, I feel like it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge for everybody that has to deal with this in the United States. I don't know when it will get better. I'm hoping by this year, after 2024, once we start voting and putting in votes, the biggest thing is to make sure that when we are doing ballots of voting, that we really take the time to really put to mark down our votes so that it's what we need to do as far as getting somebody in office who really cares about the American people, and not just based on what they can do for you. I mean, the president's job is to make sure that we can live. For me, when it comes down to a president, their job is to ensure that we are safe. When COVID-19 had hit, a lot of people did not feel safe. We had to wear masks. We had to isolate ourselves. And that all together had made the American people depressed. But now, since COVID is slowly getting better, people are not really talking about it as much as before when COVID-19 had hit. Again, it is important that when you decide to vote for a president, a senator, whoever is in office, you think about what it is that you are doing and how's it affecting the United States. Because the United States is, like I said, it was supposed to be the land of the free. That's why a lot of people came to this country as immigrants. A lot of foreigners came to this country so they could escape their country for the freedom that the United States has in this country. But we are dealing with a lot of hatred in the United States. We're dealing with a lot of people who come over here for all the wrong types of reasons. We need to have people that are in Congress and in office that really speak about what needs to be done, and not just say that we're going, when Biden, he had not Obama, sorry, excuse my language, but yeah, Obama came in office. He was the person who has said that student loan debt was going to, you don't have to worry about that. He was during that time of the election, he had told every college student that had interviewed him and stated that he was going to help the college students to have a better education. So we had allowed him to and we voted him to be president, and there were several things that could have been done better during the time that President Obama was in office. But the problem was politicians, they make promises to keep what they need to do in order to making America better. But in order to keep a promise, that means you have to take action for what you do. And a lot of times what happens is we want things to happen. We want things to return in our favor, but we're not doing anything about it. The only way America is going to be changed is if somebody in office, in Congress, makes better decisions. That is the only way we will be able to make it through in this economy, because this economy is not going to get any better if we have politicians who do not care, politicians who make empty promises, and politicians who sit there and say, well, I'm going to make America better and greater than it has ever been before, but then still deal with the same crap every single year, every single time that we are placed and putting people in office that have no idea how to run a government. They have people that come in there that do not have common sense as to what needs to be done and how it needs to be taking place. People need to stop talking about it and start doing and putting actions to their words, because it is so sad how our economy has just gone down. It has really gone down a lot. And then on top of that, we're having things like shootings going on in schools. We're having things that have never happened before, because I'm not saying it never happened before, but it's still going on today. And we're still dealing with the same rooted issues that have never been taking place. So what we need to do, instead of talking about what, and talking to politicians about what they really need to do, people need to step up and do what they need to do to be a part of the, of this economy. And so until then, people are going to still make bad choices and decisions about whoever they decide to be put in the government system. And things need to start changing. Things need to start changing in order for that to happen. If we don't start changing the things that we, decide to mark down and put in our ballots and things like that, the United States is not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. So yeah, like I said, in November, when people start really putting their ballots in and doing those type of things, make sure that you are doing the best effort into doing what you can in order to making America great again. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope that, and I pray, not hope, just hope, I pray that this nation changes, because if it doesn't change, then it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And as time goes on, that's what's going to happen. So, like I said again, to all of you guys who are on my YouTube video, please feel free to comment and be down. I would love to hear your suggestions about what needs to be done in this U.S. economy for things to start changing and for people to start really taking action for the year of 2024, because that's when things are it needs to change. And the only way to change it is if we start making better decisions about our voting, our ballots, the things that we need to do, and start looking up different things about different politicians before we end up making that decision and making the right decision about who we put in place of the next year of this election. But anyways, I hope I was able to really talk about something. This is a very important discussion. I believe I like I said, please feel free to comment down below and like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like I said, please put your comments down below. I would love to hear about what you guys think about this U.S. economy for this year. All right, you guys, God bless and have a good one.